We've been packing this morning for a unexpected trip that we're taking this afternoon and evening overnight. So the girls are packed up because they're going to spend the night with someone, and the boys are going to spend the night with someone, and David and I are actually going to be in the vehicle for a good 8 hours by ourselves. Our boys are back home playing for Region Champions first place game that just started because it's 8:30. So we just want to say,
go Eagles.
Go Eagles. And Jordan and Nathan,
what?
We're so proud of you.
We are very proud of you.
So we drove basically all night, and stopped here at my dad's because he lives in West Palm Beach. It's about an hour from our final destination, and we didn't get here till maybe 2 in the morning, and so we're kind of exhausted. It's about 7:30 right now. We have an hour left to get to where we're going, so I can show you the big surprise. This is their dog, Blue. Yesterday when we were traveling up here, or down here to Florida, my face just felt like it was on fire. Like the whole trip, I thought maybe I was getting a fever because I've had a little cough, and then I thought maybe my blood pressure was just too high because I was actually, I actually had a couple panic attacks due to some traffic and some other things like that. So anyway, I got in the shower this morning. I was starting to really worry about it. Like I was like, oh, I probably need to go get my blood pressure checked out. And then I got in the shower this morning, and I remembered that a couple days ago I was at the dollar store and I saw this, yeah, the dollar store, I know. I saw this anti-aging mask that looked, you know, all cute and fancy. And I thought, well, I'm just going to get that and try it because it was like $2. Well, I know, all of you that are watching this that sell skincare or use high-end skincare, it was not a good idea. Don't ever do it. Anyway, I think that mask actually like burnt my skin to where it's now the last couple of days has just felt like it's on fire. So obviously not the greatest idea.
Oh no.
Please don't injure us.
Well, look at this nutcase and where he parked. There's 48 parking spaces left.
Please don't be ugly to the people that you don't know. Be careful,
I mean-
do not hit him.
What? You want me to hit him? I got an Acura, a Lexus, and a Lexus. And a GMC. Long bed.
Let's hit that one. Oh, we're in the
Beeping
GMC,
reverse.
never mind. We are definitely
There's no out?
not in our part of Florida.
There's no out. This is awesome.
Starting route to 59.
If this happens with the trailer behind us, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, we're
U-turn
not.
and proceed to the route. Then turn right.
I forgot to show y'all the truck that we're in. But it's massive.
It's really not massive.
What is it?
It's just a GMC 2500 long bed.
Oh, okay. Well, it feels
It's
massive.
bigger than a half ton. It's 3/4 ton.
It's
and it's
bigger.
got a long bed.
It's bigger than a house.
No, we're about to pull a house with it. You think I could jump over there? I think that'd be wrong. Ooh, look at all these people. Yeesh. Hang on.
Okay. Hang on.
Watch this. Famous last words of a redneck. Come on, man.
David.
We're going the wrong way on a one-way
Oh
road.
my goodness.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that a do not enter sign?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn onto Griffin Road.
All right, we're almost there. Surprise. This is what we came to pick up. Uh-oh, we're watching YouTube videos.
It's pretty easy. Come on, video. Come on.
Alright, now we go install the adapter.
Okay, if y'all are seeing this video, it means that we made it home with this big old thing. So I would say pray for us, but the deed will already be done by the time you see this. So
Yeah, this would be good.
I think you're gonna have to get going a little bit.
You think? No, you think we just, you don't think we just jump out there in the middle of this motorcycle?
Well, we made it. About 9 or 10 hours on the road, but we got here and everything's still intact. And we brought home lots of bugs. So the plan was originally for David to finish this video with me, but as happens a lot of times in our household, things do not go as planned. It was just crazy. It was crazy. We got home late Saturday night, and we did show the kids a little bit around, but it was so dark they thought it was creepy. So and so then Sunday we went to church in the morning, and we came home and we thought, well, we're just gonna stabilize this thing, get it in the backyard, and we started trying to maneuver this between our gates in the backyard, and David nicked the basketball goal. So then we decided, okay, that goal has to come down. And I didn't mention yet that yesterday it was flooding. It was literally pouring rain. There was mud everywhere. We had a moat around our house. And so, needless to say, we all were just soaked to the bone, taking the basketball goal down so we could get the thing back into the backyard. And then once we got it back here and unhooked it, David couldn't get the truck out because it was so muddy and the truck tires were a little bit smooth. And so we literally spent over an hour just piling. He kept digging out under the tire and then piling firewood in the hole, and then just whatever we could do to get it out. We were praying. We were we really had a time with the Lord yesterday, and finally we got it out. So we were really excited about that. Got it out of the hole, high-fived all around, and chalked it up to trial by fire, because if we're going to do what we're talking about doing, there's probably going to be a lot more of this in our future. And so we actually, when we started talking about moving, David and I the only thing that really gave us peace about the whole decision was we've always wanted to build on some land. And so going back up to Atlanta, I told him, I said, I can't go back to the hustle and bustle. Like, I just realized with my personality being down here that I need a slower pace. I need a rhythm that's not this world's rhythm. Like, I need a rhythm that I can develop with the Lord. And so I need to be outside of all that craziness and the stress and the traffic and the whatever. So we're currently looking at land out. In the meantime, as we're building, and I know I just said building, we'd like to build a home out on some land, and while we're doing it, live in this RV, which is, I know it's crazy. David and I have never been normal. We have just never had a normal marriage. We know that building's going to be hard. We know that living in an RV may even be harder and maybe even impossible. We have not discounted that. We're not naive. We're not going into this thinking, this is what we're doing and we don't care what anybody says. I mean, we're getting advice. We're watching vlogs on YouTube. We're getting as much information as possible going into this. The reason why we went ahead and got this RV, first of all, we got an insane deal on it. Like, we had just been keeping our eyes open because we knew we had some time, but we really wanted to have the RV before we sold the house, because I want to make sure that this is even, an option for us. And so we went ahead and got it because we found just a really, really good deal. Came across it on eBay, and did have to drive to Fort Lauderdale to pick it up, but I wanted to get it so we could get prepared. I want us to practice. I want us to be able to know what we're doing, how we're doing this, how we're hooking it up, unhooking it, and if it's even possible with the kids and everything. They're really excited. We're really excited. I'm in here this morning kind of cleaning it up, getting it ready. But we have David and I talk about this constantly, and first of all, we're following the Lord in every step. We feel like He gifted this to us. It was that good of a deal. I mean, we've told some people about it and they're just like, that's insane. We were actually watching this RV on eBay. It's not the only one, but we were just keeping our eyes out. We were watching this, and suddenly the woman lowered the price, like drastically. And so we picked up on it and got it. Went ahead and got it because we knew we weren't going to get a better deal. And so the cool thing is we were able to go down there and meet her and kind of talk to her and share a little bit of our story, just a tiny piece of it, but it always opens people up. I feel like we're just a really real family. Like, what you see is what you get. Like, we don't have a lot of pretense, and sometimes that's really, really bad, because, too much falls out. The filter just doesn't catch everything. And so like yesterday when we were going through this whole painstaking thing, I was like so afraid the neighbors might call the cops because there was a domestic dispute or something, because we just let our emotions out a little too much every now and then. But in the end, we come back together, we talk about it, we say, what can we do better next time? We learn from it, and we move on. You know, we forgive each other, we love, you know, and I feel like yesterday brought us even closer. It made me excited. Like I got after it was all said and done, I got in the hot tub because I was so sore and freezing because we had been in the pouring rain for so long. And I just thought that was so much fun. And it wasn't. It was horrible. Like the whole thing, if you would have been here, you would like, what are they doing? They're insane. But it was, I don't know, in the end, like it will be such a fun memory. Because it was just crazy. Like it was crazy, but we all pulled together and we worked as a team and we got it done. And I think it just showed us that the Lord is with us and that we can do this. And it, you know, we've always had hard. David and I have never had easy. Never in our marriage have we had easy street. It's always been hard. And, you know, adoption was hard, and going to China 3 times was hard, and running a business for, you know, 17 years was hard. I mean, that's all been hard. Honestly, we don't want anything but hard, because we know that the hard makes it worth it. And I feel like the hard will bring us closer together, and the hard will teach us lessons. And the hard, you know, not that we're out there, you know, trying to beat ourselves with sticks. We're not searching for suffering. But at the same time, the things that are most worth it in life that we've come across in our marriage, in our family, in our life in general, have been hard things. They've been faith walks. They've been things where we've stepped out and said, this might be really crazy. And people are going to probably look at us and laugh to themselves and chuckle and think, ah, ha, ha, they think they're going to, you know, go live in an RV. I'm doing that to myself. Ah, you think you can actually do this? I don't know if we can. I know that the Lord is with us everywhere that we go, and I know that He will keep leading us, and I know that He has a great plan. We've talked about some things on, you know, to do kingdom things, you know, we just plan on being in a place where we're able to continue to follow the Lord. And we feel like at this point in our lives, in this season, this is what He's calling us to do. And we've got some great ideas for the future. I do want to work on getting our story in a book form, even if it's not for the world, even if it's just for our family and the generations passed down. We've lived such an incredible story and so many God-sized miracles that I just want to get that, pull that together so that it's available, because it offers hope. You know, so I've been hopeless so many times in my life, and God has brought these just places where He's put a story in my hand, or He's put a quote in my hand, or He's, you know, or He's led me to a verse in His Word, or He's spoken through somebody when they're telling me something that happened to them in their lives. So many of those places where I've just been able to cling to that, and it's pulled me through. And so through that, He's taught me the complete importance of hope. There is always hope. There is always, always, always hope. And for that reason, you should never, ever, ever give up. Just around the corner. I mean, God works amazing miracles. Yes, He requires us to wait on Him. And sometimes we wait and wait and wait and wait. The promise of our daughters came 8 years before we actually saw our daughter's face. We weren't in an adoption process for 8 years. But that first daughter that we brought home, we feel like God had promised her to us 8 years prior to that. 8 years is a long time to wait for something. And I doubted the whole time. I doubted. Maybe I didn't hear from Him. Maybe this was just me. Maybe I'm, you know, just wishing for something that's not going to happen. And then when the time was right, He brought the promise, and He led us through it step by step. And we feel like this is just another place where we're walking in a season of that. So anyway, we hope that you will join us. Hope that you will come along with us, just because we love to share hope. We love to share Jesus, and we love to share our family and what God has done in putting us all together, and hopefully what He'll do in keeping us all together in this season. And I'm sure it will be adventurous. I'm sure it will be fun, and I'm absolutely positive it will be entertaining to watch. So anyway, I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to go get back to work on cleaning out this this new home of ours, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.